Hey, you doing? You doing nice? Hey, how are you? Oh, you're so much different than your picture. That's okay. You're better than your picture. You wanna go out sometime? Oh my God! Oh yeah. Hi, hi, hi. Yes, yes. Who's who in this situation? Yahtzee! Oh God, that was great. You used protection. Yeah, of course I did. I always use protection. All right, good, because I can't be having no baby. All right. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. I'm here with you. I didn't leave you because I'm a good game. All right, push, push. Oh, you're so beautiful. I love you so much. I love you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Here, you're the proud father or mother of this thing. It's good. No handshake. All right, cool. And it's a Cartographers. It looks like, oh, it's pretty good. You have your father's eyes. It's really nice. Who's the father? Because this is not yours. I'm sorry, it's someone else's. What? What? Ah!
Cartographers by Jordy Aiden, a role-player tale and Thunderworks game is a roll and write for you, and who knows how many people in which you're basically, I mean, you saw the intro, they fucked and then this happened. What this game has you doing is on your turn, you are very simply going to flip over a card and it's going to reveal a couple of things. It's going to reveal a shape and it's going to reveal a type of land, and you have to take that shape and that type of land and you have to put it on your map. Because in this one, you are a cartographer, which is one of my favorite words on the planet. I think it's such a cool word. I love the idea of what it is. It's super cool. I love the thing. And you can name your little land in this too, but I challenge you to name it anything other than like butts or poo-poo land, or as one very creative gentleman named his, town. So as you are flipping the cards over and giving you different shapes, you're going to put those shapes on this beautiful sheet. You're going to put them on your map. As you can see, this is the lovely land of butts. And what we have here is you will fill in the space, and then you'll put the kind of thing it is for trees or water or houses, or I forget what these other things are. I'm not very good at the drawing, but as long as you understand what it is, you can read the butts. And look at my little thing. Look at that. It's butts. I made a seal. And that's basically it. So you're going to flip them over, and you're just trying to fill the thing in. And why am I trying to fill this thing in? Well, at the very top of the board, ha! Like there's a fucking board in this. At the top of the game, you are going to have the objective cards. And every season, in which it's split up into 4, there will be 2 objectives in play. So A, B, C, D. So in spring, you're doing A and B, then B and C, then C and D, then D and A. Ha ha! Comic books, Humble, Texas. So you are trying to place your things down to achieve the objectives here, but also future objectives. So you want to try to make it as interesting as possible, but then once you move past like B, you're thinking, oh, well, I never have to do B again, so I don't have to focus on that. It is fun. And then once there's other things on here, so for example, when you wrap around a mountain, you get a coin. Some of the spaces have coins, and those just give you extra points in between. So at the end of every round, you're going to add the thing from objective 1, objective 2, the coins, and then you're going to lose points because this game has a very interesting player interaction doohickey. Once every season, there is a new monster card put into the deck. And whenever you draw the monster card, it's going to come with a shape like everything else. But what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to pass it a direction depending on what's on the monster card. And that person across the table or next to you is going to be a dickhole and fill in that space. Why does that matter? Well, 1, it takes away valuable real estate. 2, what it's going to do is at the end of every round, for every empty space next to a monster, you lose a point. So them dicks are trying to take away points from you, and that's it. If you ever can't place something, you can just place a single square anywhere, and that might actually come in handy as well. You can connect 2 forests together to make a mighty forest, and that's the game. You're basically just going through trying to Tetris these things together in a way that maximizes the things at the top. And don't worry, every game there are different objectives at the top. So there's not always, the A objective is not always the same. The B is not always the same. It always has to do with the same things. So this one has to do with woods and water, or et cetera, et cetera. This one has to do with houses. But you're doing different things with those houses. There are 4 different objectives. The combinations are limitless, except they're not, because you can do the math. There's a lot of combinations. And that's the game. When it's all said and done, you add up all your shit and it gives you a number. And in typical board game fashion, the person with the highest number is the winner. Let's do some housekeeping. It is for 1 to 100 players. I don't know 100 people. If there was a situation in life where someone said, you have to get 100 people together or you're gonna die, I will see you in the next life. But you know how they do, because it's basically anyone can play it as long as you can see the cards. This might be a good one if your friends want to play with you during the times that we live in. Maybe they can video chat them in and give them a sheet. I think you might be able to print these off online and then they can play. Ages 10 and up, cool. And then 30 to 45 minutes. That seems a little long. I don't think it's 30 to 45 minutes. I think it's closer to the 30 minutes. Even the first time you play it wasn't whatever. Now, I do want to say a couple of things. One, like I mentioned, this is my first role player tale. There was role player, there was the lockup one, and there are a couple other ones. The theme is whatever. It comes across in just, hey, I'm making a map. It could be role play, it could not be, it could be generic, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't know anything going on, whatever. It doesn't affect the enjoyment at all. If you think this is too easy, and it is not, but if you think that's too easy, flip your ass over, and there's like a hard side on the back with a little chasm and some other things. Now, of all of the roll and writes that I have, and I have a couple of them, I think this one is the most satisfying to play solo. So if you were a big solo person, boom, right here. If they replace this with an app, I don't need this fucking game if they give me an app. But there's something really fun about drawing the shape in and getting it together. And ooh, it's so fun. But like I mentioned, this is Patchwork and Tiny Towns fucking had a baby, and it's Cartographers. If Patchwork is good enough for my collection, and it is, even though I haven't done a video on it, and Tiny Towns is good enough for my collection, which it also is, the beautiful bastard offspring that they have is going to be great for my collection. Now, what do I want out of this? I don't know. This might be, give me a moment to think. I thought this was going to be a lot more epic. Not counting Tiny Towns, because it's not really a roll and write, even though I feel like it's a roll and write. Cartographers has some competition. Cartographers has to go up against Welcome to, one of the most fun, and you can't see that, unique roll and writes ever. More of a, what is it called? Not a roll and write, but when you flip the card, it's a flippin' shit. So it's a flippin' shit game. So you flip the shit, then you write the shit. So these are very similar. And Fleet the Dice game, which is a roll and write as well, but this is more roll and write and less flippin' shit. Now, all 3 of these, do all 3 of these have a place in my collection, or is it going to be a deathmatch impromptu style? Of course there's a place in all of my collection. Welcome to, I will play literally any time you ask me. I think it's great. It's a puzzle that's constantly interesting, and I love it. Fleet the Dice game is one of the most complex and interesting and player interacty, and I think that this one has a place in my collection for, well, until I'm done with it. Cartographers. It is like Patchwork and Tiny Towns had a baby, but it's also like Welcome to had a baby with it. Like Welcome to like jumped in and maybe also like who are not the father, we don't even know. Because the flippin' shit is there, the spatial awareness on putting things on the grid is there, and I think that it's just wonderful. So you have the Patchwork, which is the Tetris-y kind of thing, and even though it's not a roll and write, it's like a surrogate. It's like a surrogate father to all of these things. And so whenever you have this, and then Tiny Towns is throwing its big balls around, I mean, at the end of the day, fucking Cartographers is one of those games that I think is the best roll and write / flippin' shit game that is on the market today. And I have played a lot of roll and writes and a lot of flipping shits. From railroading to all the shit behind me to Glucken Glocken, what is it? Freundleben, the German one. That's a baseball, or whatever the one is. This one is the best. It takes that player interaction, which is lacking from a lot of this. It takes the spatial awareness of what I am writing in and turning it into drawing a thing in. It's just so goddamn good. And it has a place in my collection. Is it perfect? Probably not, because it's not. But it's damn fucking close. And it is damn fucking my hard 100. It is a game that I cannot imagine not being able to play. It's so fun to play this game, even by myself. If they made an app for it, I don't think it would replace. Welcome to would be replaced by an app. Fleet the Dice game? Sorry, son, you'd be replaced by an app. But Cartographers is not going to be replaced by an app because of that fun drawing the shape in and the passing and the interaction. Damn! Good shit, son! Good shit! Ladies and gentlemen, this game is perfect for my shelf because it takes the roll and writes and the flippin' shits to the next level, and I fucking recommend it. It will be good for your shelf if you are a fan of roll and writes. If you are not a fan of roll and writes, this is one of those that might change your mind. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me on the latest edition of the Hard 100. Hope you enjoyed all these games getting together and cross-pollinating, because there's a lot of goddamn pollen outside. Is there still? I don't know. I don't go outside anymore because of the death. Hope you and yours are well. Peace out.